Hello everyone. So, I've been on some slow months recently with videos and I thought I'd rein it back in. I kind of want to get back on this thing. I want to give it another go. I want to move forwards and hopefully create more videos that can actually be useful and good for people. So, I need to get back to it, and recently I found myself addicted to a game. That's this game, which has now been finished. It's called Travian Kingdoms. If anyone has ever heard of it before, I'll be shocked, but Travian is essentially a browser-based game where things change over time. You join a group of people, you work together, you build armies, and then the armies attack each other. It's a very large strategy kind of based game. I thought I'd show you what I've been doing. So I'll show you this real quickly, and also have a little bit of an update as well as to what I've been doing. So last year, a lot of stuff happened, and the last couple of years as well. I mean, lots of stuff has happened, but so last year, very busy. Got married, went on holidays. I did my Instagram weekly update thing. I don't know if you saw that or not. It is pretty good because I can actually go back and see the things I did for the first weeks of last year until I stopped doing it. But there we go, that's that. I did stop doing it, I think, just after halfway through the year. So, I've got quite a few weeks in there. A couple of them are bunched up as well. But, I'm fairly happy with that. I'd like to try that again maybe next year. Or maybe I'd try a vlog style thing. I've been considering it, but I don't know how to do that. So that's a bit more of a worrying thing to try. Anyway, so this year, I think it was this year anyway, I got my bamboo printer. I got my, I got it to Travian. I also got a MacBook, which is what I'm recording on now, which is interesting. I thought I'd try editing and also making music on a MacBook, because people always talk about MacBooks being so good for that type of thing. And I'm excited to try it out, to be fair. I'm very excited to try it out. So I've also been doing lots of different server type things. I did a couple of shorts a couple of weeks ago about me upgrading some things in the server rack. The fans in my server, in my Switch, and a couple of bits like that. I did some modifications to my main server, and I'm just looking to kind of minimize the server a bit. I have a big server. It's a very big server. It's a DL 380 Gen 8, 8th Gen HP DL 380, I think is what it is. It's a huge server, and it's just for me. I don't really need a big server like that for me, especially with the amount of power that it uses. With it's got two PSUs, which is fine. It has two processors, two Xeon processors. It has 128 gigabytes of RAM. The space for 12 drives in the front bays. It's a very big server. I don't need that. Now, I do want to have the ability to have that, but also that server is very loud. You can't manage the fans on it independently of itself. And also, because of the size of the server being a 2U, I think it's 2U, you can't get big fans on it, which will push good air and also not make much noise. So it has very small, very loud fans on it. And that's fine if you're in a data center, but not fine if you have it living under the stairs of your house, where, the stairs back onto your front room, which is where you like to sit during the evenings in a nice peaceful way with your friends or with your other half. That's not always the greatest thing when you have such loud noises coming from your server. Now, granted, I have done tweaks to the fans, so they don't make so much noise anymore. But I would like to be able to do further tweaks to that so that you can't hear it basically at all. Actually, let's just get onto this right now. So I'm not part of FK, which is the French Kingdom on here. And, the game world finished yesterday at 8:54. Now, the winner was CZSK. This is the world. It's going to continuously tell you now that the world is finished. which is fair, I guess. But this was our kingdom. I was part of the 13 kingdom. And we had so much space. All this green stuff over here. So essentially what happens is you start with a village. This is the village. You don't start with this village. This is my village. There's many villages like it, but this is my one. You move into the village and you can build units when you build the right buildings for it. So you got barracks here. You got your standard war people. You got 3 different factions as well, by the way. This is the ghouls. And then you have these fields out on the outside of your village. These are where you get your resources from. And then at the top here, it usually say the resources that you have. I think I can go on here. Yeah, and you can see this is what the incoming is. All that kind of stuff. And you can see how much you have left, or how much space you have of these things. So yeah, you go to the map, you raid things, you build things up, you build an army up, and then you have fights. So here's a load of fights that are coming in for things. Now let's just I'm going to try and refresh this to see. Hopefully they still let me on. Yeah, so I didn't do great, to be honest, but it was something that I was a part of, and that's all that matters. So the winner is CZSK. Well done to them. Very, very difficult. I am prestige from this. That's great. I hit level 100 right at the end. So yeah, essentially, you build these things up, and I have. You think, oh, this is, how hard can it be? You've only got 1 town here. You go, okay, no, this is my list of towns. I have 10 towns. 5 of them are cities. So these ones are cities, which means you get the full moat. You get the ability to have 2 barracks, so you can make even more people in time. I came back so much to this game because I really wanted to see what was going on, how things were, all these things that were going on. So if you look at here, you can see attacks that have happened. So I can see, I did an attack on the main guy. It was pointless, but it was, how it goes. So yeah, you can see these attacks that are going through. So this is like 2,000 people. You got 600 horses, a load of catapults, and the catapults can damage buildings on the other side. So if I could find this one. So I was there, I was like, okay, we've got a level 70 wonder. Oh god, I'm really talking gibberish now, aren't I? So the game goes on. It's about 4 months, I think. 4 months long. So this is the 4th month of the game. 100 day 100 whatever it is. 145 days, roughly. As the game goes on, certain days and things unlock. It gets to about 100, and the world wonders unlock, which means that these little volcanoes, you can build things on top of it. So everyone goes and claims their volcano with their things on top of it, and then you battle to try and get each, one volcano to level 100. There are several of them on here. Like there's one here, one here, one here. They're kind of like placed equally, I think 50 blocks away from each other or something like that. So you find teams will kind of like surround it. So you had all these people here, and then you had this one here, you had all these people here, and you had this one here. And that's, you have to feed it crops and things like that. And if you have people there, you need to give them crops and resources and stuff like that, so that you can grow the wonder, and so that your people don't die of starvation when you move them there, because you have a certain amount of people. I've got like 1,700 here. Yeah, and it's just interesting in that way. I thought I'd talk about it. It doesn't feel like it was actually as interesting now I started talking about it. You can also put gold into it, which means you can pay to get some bonuses in the game. You probably should be doing that. I mean, you can pay like £10 a month, I guess, and then I guess it's kind of equal in that way to any other kind of big game subscription where it's like an MMO type thing. And this is an MMO, essentially. So, yeah, that's what I've been doing. That's where I've been, just chilling on Travian, which is, it's been quite stressful, to be honest, because I didn't want to lose. I quite enjoyed playing the game, and we had very strong kingdom all the way through the game, so I kind of expected us to win, but we didn't, and that was humbling. Because I really thought that we would have had that quite easily, to be fair, but we didn't, and that's fine, and that doesn't matter. But yeah, anyway, so coming up, I've got a LARP that I'm going to called Minea's Fate. I'll be going to that in the April, whatever it is, like 4th and 5th, I think, something like that. I've got plans for much more 3D printing content, which I'm going to try and do as soon as possible. Maybe even record something tomorrow for next week or the week after. I like to try and do at least 2 videos a week. 2 videos a month, sorry, not a week. Because then at least I can keep things rolling, keep things moving, and hopefully keep the account growing. And well, it would be cool if I can get a small community around this type of stuff. I know it's very niche, someone who likes 3D printing and also server tech. So I don't know if maybe I should just stick to the 3D printing or stick to just the server tech. The server tech is a lot easier for me to do because I'm doing that every day. Like, I'm doing it not only for my work but also at home for my servers, because I want to be able to get them to a stage where they are running smoothly. But yeah, I'll stick with the 3D printing and also the server content. I've built a lantern which I found on Thingiverse, I guess. But it came out quite well, this thing. It's very cool. Yeah, there is a little candle thing in here. So I bought these little light bulb things, it was like this, off of Amazon, and what these do is they kind of flame on, they light up, and they look pretty cool. They also, funnily enough, have a sensor in them. Sit. There we go. That allows this to tell if it's this way up or if it's this way up. If you turn it upside down, you can hear the little thing inside clicking, and that's where it's like sits down or up, and it determines that way if it's facing up or down. Pretty cool. But yeah, I need to transplant this again inside another lamp, because I have this lamp. This is a nice lamp. It's a very good lamp, but the lid of it is very slippery, or very slidey or whatever, and I need to make that not so slidey. So I'll either use some hot glue, which is, everyone's best kept secret, or yeah, I don't know, because I did build something for this very unique, actually. I'll show you that one now, actually, because I think I can. So inside it looks like this, and the bottom looks like this. So this actual thing does come with a little plate. No, it doesn't. It comes with a hole in the bottom. So I built a thing that goes into that hole. It sits there pretty well, and you can screw in through the bottom. I put a little switch on the bottom so that you can turn the light on and off. It's on again, but you can't see because I've got this light on. Hang on. Kind of. Yeah, not really, to be honest. But there we go. Also, having the screws on the bottom gives it 4 little feet that you can sit it down on. Although, then again, if you're at a LARP, most likely there's not going to be many flat tables. So It's not going to be too useful. But yeah, there's lots of different things I need to do and considering that, so I will see how that goes. Yeah, if you guys want me to make anything or think that I should do something specific, then let me know in the comment section below. It'd be cool to see what you guys think if you're still here, and yeah, what I can do to actually grow, because I would like to have a nice little community around the things that we do. But yeah, obviously got to find people for that. So tell your friends if they're into this kind of stuff, and I will see you guys in the next few videos, which will hopefully be less of a ramble than this. So yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.